Hi folks, we're today out from wild camp in the Cairngorms, and with we I mean Robert and me, you know him. Yeah, and we are doing today rather a low-level wild camp because the weather is pretty rubbish recently in Scotland. We have strong winds and heavy rain on the west coast, and here on the rather the east coast where the Cairngorms are is rather just the strong winds. And the plan is today that we are heading direction Cairngorms Forest. I passed this one when I did the 100 kilometers through the Cairngorms here in the northeast. And then we have a look that we find a good spot, because Robert and me, we haven't seen us in ages. I think the last time was in the old year, and we just fancied a meet-up, a good banter and having a good time. So we are heading now here, now just along really scenic path, and then we have a look that we find a good camp spot. So, and these are the Cairngorms waters, and the water is obviously too deep for our boots, so we need to have a look how we are doing it. Probably we need to take, or I will take my boots off, because I don't want to get them wet, and I'm not aware of any crossing points here. Naja, we will have a look how we are doing it, what we decide, and then I will let you know what we're doing. So, and we decided now that we are going here up on the hillside a little bit, because over here, like 500 or 600 meters in this direction, maybe even less, this is where the Cairngorms waters, what the river is called, divides into little arms, and I hope that there's where we can cross in the river. Let's go! Jeez, this is so cold. Whoa. Oh, I need to put my socks on, dry short, but it's freezing. Robert is over here, and cold, cold, cold. So cold, unbelievable. And I will now look. I have a towel with me, a V one, usually for the condensation in the tent, and I'll just grab it to dry my feet off, and then I can put back the socks on. Nice and dry and clean. also between the toes. So, and we are now looking that we are getting up to the pass, which should be somewhere up here. Then we will look that we find a camp spot, that Robert gets a chance to put also this wet shoes off and the fresh socks, not that he gets too cold. Yeah. We have a look. Yeah, and over here was a path where we came down and then we walked just here always along and we were just able to cross the river. Unfortunately, you have seen it, we couldn't make it with dry feet. But now we proceed slowly in this direction and have a look that we find a good spot for camping. It's a pretty cold wind. And we both don't want to camp here underneath the trees because, as you can see, for example, over here it looks pretty fresh when the branches broke off the trees here from the top, and it's just far too dangerous to sleep here even when they're really nice spots. But this is crazy. I mean, it came from up here, and when this is on your tent, that's it. So we will walk now here along and have a look if you can find a good camp spot, and then I switch you back on. So here behind us, this is a water crossing we try to avoid with our little detour, and we are heading now just here up to the forest, and hopefully there's where we find a sheltered spot because the winds should come here from direction west and then later on from southwest, south. We have a look, but I'm pretty sure that we find over here a sheltered spot closer to the hills, and yeah, let us continue. So, and we decided now that we go a little bit off path, or actually looks like that there is a path, even better, which leads here to the trees, and hopefully there's where we can find a good spot for camping. And as you can probably tell, yeah, it's already so much less wind here, it's basically no wind, which is absolutely perfect. Yeah, so naja, we have a look what we can find. But so far it looks really promising, particularly because we have no wind. Now we just need a spot which is more suitable than this. This one looks like a fairly decent spot. Now we need to have a look. Yeah. And it looks like that we have here, when we go a bit further, looks pretty safe to me. I think it's a good spot that Robert and me will definitely find here something for our two tents. Yeah, I'm just checking the trees for branches which would fall off, and you can see here in the middle of the picture, for example, is already a branch is just hanging on a little bit. Yeah, and this one would be roughly over here, so it's a pity, but it's just too dangerous. Now just checking this tree. Seems pretty good to me, so I think I will put the tent up here. and yeah, we'll be fine. So let us get started. So, and that's me set up. I have here some water, the rucksack with a little thermometer, it's like a data logger, and then I have here like the foam mattress, exam and the quilt with a pillow. Yeah, and over here more water, electronics, something to eat, pasta bolognese, something to drink, and this is the stove. Nothing better than a coffee after a walk. Yeah, and you might have recognized that I used today not the alcohol cone, that I used an ordinary, basically, windshield. I brought a little bit more of alcohol because it's not as efficient, but the reason is that I don't have the alcohol cone with me today, or one of the few prototypes I have is because there is a company for measurements. There are some final changes and adjustments necessary, so they need to have it basically to verify that everything works as I wanted. Yeah, we have like 7 degrees here. In the night probably we get 3 or 4 degrees, but it's not cold anymore. Feels like that winter is temporarily on a pause. Maybe it's over, who knows it. Nah, yeah. But I will enjoy now my coffee, and then we'll head over to Robert and have a look how he's doing. So, short checking on Robert if everything is fine here, and here he is, and as you recognize, he has dry shoes on now.
Clown shoes.
Yeah, and this is Robert's setup, like what everyone uses, like an isomattress, a sleeping bag, a tent. I mean, what else do you need? And some luxury items to make it comfy. But I think we will sit now a little bit, have a banter, maybe a little zip, and then I switch to later back on for dinner. And in 10 to 15 minutes, dinner's ready. Bon appetit! Absolutely fantastic. You can't beat a pasta bolognese. Yeah, and that's me now bed ready. I will read my book on the Kindle app and then I will go to bed and see it tomorrow morning. Good night.
Good morning, folks. Yeah, it was a really good night. I slept really good with the white noise here of the river next to us. Absolutely fantastic. It was absolutely not cold. Right now we have like 8 degrees, and according to the thermometer, the coldest what we had was like 5 degrees, so absolutely fine. But I will get now slowly more awake, and then I will make myself a coffee, eat the muesli bar, and then we have a look how it looks like outside. Yeah, I just decided that I have a second coffee, and it's absolutely mad how inefficient it is with this windshield. I used like 60 milliliter of fuel, and when I use my cone, I use like 60 milliliter with melting snow, making a warm water bottle and everything. Is absolutely incredible. It's the difference what it makes. It's might be small for some, but for me it's really impressive to see that you can't just beat the cone shape and all the warm air gets to the pot. Huge difference. I would say it needs almost double as much as fuel as when I use a cone, so can't wait to have it back. But I will drink now another coffee because Robert and me, we actually said we meet at 8 o'clock, and as you can see, yeah, it's still dark outside and we have now like 7 o'clock, so I have still an hour left to just sit here, drink a coffee and enjoy the peace and yeah, the quietness. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, a beautiful morning. But I think I will try to wipe the tent down and then I will put everything away and then we have a look how we get back to the car. Alright folks, that's us now leaving camp and we are heading now just back here to the main pass and then we go to the river crossing and back to the car, and I hope you enjoyed our wee wild camp here in the Cairngorms and see you next time. Bye!